How's it going, everyone? Back with another dev update. Sorry about last week. Just do with the clothing, which you can kind of see on my character now a little bit what it is. We'll go through all the different uniforms and stuff like that. It took me a little while to actually get everything reskinned that I thought it was going to take. But I got it all figured out. Got that all done. I mean, it needed to be done eventually anyways, so didn't really change anything. But, so we'll go over that. Got a new vest system from Thinline that we got as well during this clothing redone. Then Sandy Shores got an update, so we'll check that out. And that's about it for this one currently. Still got to do the all setting up of the MRPD and all that stuff. I've done some reskinning with MRPD already, and then I have to fix some other things that are out of alignment and stuff like that. But more or less it's all just cosmetic. I need to get the actual like stations and scripts and all that set up and good to go. So that will be my plan after the town hall and for like next week's video. But so we'll get into it. So as I walk around, you'll see the different things that kind of been skinned and changed and stuff like that. Just due to how the models are themselves, the texture on top of them had to be made a certain way, but there's like got the major right there. And of course, the detective bureau above has been reskinned. This one's kind of blocked, but it's the lieutenant colonel's office. And in the colonel's office. And we'll actually reskin all the photos and all that stuff as we get officers in the department and all that stuff. So we'll third eye the elevator doors. And I'll call the elevator you see up top now. It changes the name to where it's coming up to and the arrow. So it's more of a legit working elevator. And there we go. Walk in. Third eye. So of course we can go to lobby, bureaus where we're at. And garage is where we're going to go. So we'll select garage. I don't know how well it'll transfer like into the video, more or less, but you can actually kind of see the elevator like moving. Now we're down in the garage. Got all the radio towers all figured out, so that's been fixed. Still just got to get all the NPCs. Park up right here. Would have just shown this in the office, but there's a current issue with being inside MRPD and messing with the clothing menu. It crashes the game, so can't do it in there. I don't know what's causing it. I know it's something on our end, but it's not a super big deal since clothing is an item. And what the plan is anyways is have pre-made uniforms that we'll just give out to people. And the clothing menu really won't be used that much with the departments. Since we'll have like set uniforms. Yeah, there'll be certain things that you got to change and customize, but so clothing menu. I guess we'll start with the vest. So there's a few different like vest styles. They're all about like the same like shape. More or less it changes where like the pockets are at. As you see as I scroll through, the Viper nameplate gets covered. Nope. I was using this one. So the vest itself, you really won't change to what it is until you actually select what you're going to put on the vest. So like the holster, and also there's a taser and like flashlight and stuff, this will work with like the duty belt system. So when you pull that item out, it's going to come off of like either the vest or the duty belt. It hasn't been set up yet. So I'll go all the way back through. Alright. So this is option 1. which you have a taser on there. And with this system, it kind of can stop the whole double taser. So if I'm having a taser here, I change the duty belt to one that doesn't have a taser on it. So then we got all the different departments and all that stuff and all the different ranks. And that's just the taser being removed, so that's the same as one. Then you have this one, you have the flashlight on there. They all say the same thing on the back, just what the nameplate in the front says. Flashlight removed. Got a taser baton set up. Taser removed, baton removed, so forth. I'm pretty sure this one I had on. Gun removed. Then you have options for just the radio and the body cam. And then for regular non-like police, we have it where there's just a black bar that doesn't say anything on it. And then the vest colors themselves, which, yes, we have our colors. Scroll down. All the different color types for the vest. But then, as you get out of them, we have like black and blue and different colors. And just camos and stuff like that. I'll probably find a better system for the removal of the patch that isn't just a black thing, but so trying to make it at least that way where civilians can also somewhat utilize the new vest. But we do have regular civilian vests as well that are, so black bar is going to show up because that's in the bag. See, here's like the regular ones. Let me go turn off that bag. There. That should work. So regular civilians, non-LEO, whatnot, can have more vest options as well. We'll go ahead and remove the vest. Alright. So the different shirts and all that stuff. So we got like trainee, there's patrol patch, K9, CID, SWAT, the boat patrol people, motor, traffic, then Viper, air support, FTO, so it's like the FTO patch itself, and then supervisor, and then commander's shirt I had on, and then major, lieutenant, colonel, that stuff. So, and then you get into the fire, since the fire is also on this shirt. So we got that, which the gloves, that's just regular thin line sanctuary gloves as well, not part of the reskin I did. And then, oh, I went AFK too long. I gotta fix it. That's another thing with the AFK like emotes that pop up when you're in this menu. They come up. I gotta make where they don't show up for this, but no biggie. So we have two vests. Well, not two vests. Two pants versions. So we have one without the stripe and all the different colors for all the different departments, and then one with the stripe with all the different departments there as well. And then some little extra stuff. And just go start moving. Well, yeah, so that's pretty much the clothing and all that stuff. There's more to what I had to reskin and stuff like that, not just what I've showcased there. I don't know why that doesn't save either. But which the vehicle livery rework will be coming next. I've already had like the helicopter livery made. That was kind of like my test platform for what I kind of was looking to go do. So, vehicles will come later. Still debating if we're going to keep the current vehicles, if we're going to get a different vehicle pack. Trying to figure all that stuff out. So I'm debating if I want to keep the AI traffic where they react how they're doing right now, where I don't have my lights and sirens on, they're just standing still. So I want to change it where when you turn on your lights, they don't move, they just stay. So you kind of have to react with the traffic itself and not have them react to the lights. I know there's another server that does something similar to that, but so I guess I'll show when I'm in Sandy how to destroy the radio towers. But there's a good bunch. They're all over the map, so more or less it just blacks out that area where the radios don't work. But eventually we're probably going to tie it to a power grid where you can take most of them out kind of at once and have to destroy the towers themselves. Lots of different little ideas that I want to kind of like do and make scripts for, but need to get the server set up. So the new Sandy stuff is over here in this corner. And that car didn't like being right there. Down, yeah, right here it is. So we got a diner, we got a bowling alley / arcade, and then like an old like Western theme, like steakhouse, I guess, more or less. Don't know why there's a tank on top of the awning, but that old dusty boot. So I had to go in here and I got to add all these tables and stuff like that for seating, so you'll be able to sit. But set up a little music little area right there, and that just takes out to the patio that I ran by. Little staff area, back door into the kitchen. Oh look, Chef Mike's here. Big ass table. Just no, I could have sworn it said. I hate when the characters do that. Bar, food, and games. Well, where's the fucking games at? I went to all those doors. That's patio, yep. Hold up. Aw, there we go. My favorite little prop. Alright. Back to what I was looking for. Yeah. I don't know where these said games would be. How are you gonna sit there and advertise games but not have anything for games? Let's go to the diner next. So nice little fancy little diner. And the arcade, which we don't have anything currently script-wise to make like the pool tables work. We're like bowling, but those will be coming later on as well. It's on the list of things that we need to get. But all of the most of the arcade games works. Like you have the claw machine. Use the arrow keys to move. And then drop down. Not gonna lie, I was in here testing this earlier and I didn't get anything. It's funny that worked. I don't know if I gotta add items. Probably gotta add items. I haven't went and looked and set anything of this up. This just automatically was just here working. Why do you keep doing that? Stop. Yeah. Alright. So you can throw out the machine, you can turn the volume up and down, backspace to leave. You can wait for a second person to join, or you can just play solo. Oh yeah, that's that one. Pretty much all of these games are kind of like that, all about the same. But they're all pretty much functional. You just third eye, same options, solo, up and down volume, wait for second player. Yeah, I don't know how to play in these dang games, but this one doesn't work. These over here work. This one requires you to have another person in the game with you. Yep. That game, let's get your fortune. About a small kindness will circle back. Well, yeah, more or less that's pretty much all I got this week. We do have the town hall meeting on Saturday, so stop by, join the Discord, come to that, share your thoughts, suggestions, opinions, things like that, because we do want to hear from all of you on the return of Covert Valley, what you like to see, what you want to know if it's going to return, stuff like that. I don't really know what will be talked about fully. We're going to have a staff meeting tomorrow to discuss a lot of that stuff, so I don't want to say anything here in this video that I don't know for sure is going to be talked about at the town hall. So can't really give you any hints or things like that what we're going to be talking about, but so you just had to just come to the town hall and see what it's all about. Oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna shoot. Do I have a gun on me? I do. Alright. No ammo? No ammo. So, it's a little disc that are below the tower. So, that tower is now not working. So. I honestly forgot. So, I'm going to put my hat on. Maybe my hat on. So, hair clips through the hat. There's a lot of hairstyle stuff like that wearing a hat doesn't really work. It likes to clip through, things like that. So we've had it on the server before, but now this has been an updated kind of modified version. So we'll go ahead and use the hairspray here. Give you all the different options, which I got to add more options into here. So we'll pick this one because it doesn't really matter. You'll shake it up. And no longer blasting your ear with the hairspray like you used to with the old one. Got a new animation. So now, hairstyle's been changed. So no hair sticks out, no clipping, no nothing. But if I take the hat off, it's my hairstyle. And then if I put the hat back on, it goes back away, and it goes back to the one without the clipping. So makes it that way where you can actually have certain hairstyles, but if you want to put a hat on, you're able to wear the hat and not, you know, lose your hairstyle. I set that up right or not when it comes to that, but so ever want to change it again, go back to a different style, you can change back your original hairstyle here, or change all your different ones there, and it'll go back. But I think that's gonna be the end of today's video on all that. Like I said, hopefully next week will actually be the full showcase of MRPD and all of the LEO side of things. And then after that, it's just going to be the straight up drugs, crim, all that stuff. Pretty sure I mentioned before already, Saturday is the town hall meeting. Join the Discord for more information on when the town hall time is for your time zone and whatnot. I think I'm repeating myself a lot, so I'm just going to call it there. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.